Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tech Topics in the Acropolis video series. In this video, we're going to be talking about AHV, HA for the VMs, and the differences between Tech Preview, which was 4.1.3, and GA, which is 4.5. Let's get started. The first thing to note about Acropolis HA is that this does not change at all storage HA. So over here in the first case of a CVM failure, this could be a failure because the CVM crashed, or it could be just a CVM powering off because of a rolling upgrade, for example. So if the CVM fails, the Acropolis hypervisor will reach out to another CVM to get its storage. The VMs on this host will not be affected, and everything continues working as normal. This is exactly the same way our system works in ESXi and Hyper-V. No change. Which brings us to the more interesting case of host failure. Host failure has two modes of operation: best effort or resources reserved. In best effort, we do not save any of the VM resources. We let you run as many VMs as the system can handle. However, we don't guarantee the VMs will be able to power up in a HA condition. However, when we reserve resources, we also have another two modes of operation. The first is reserve an entire host. This is the mode that was available in 4.1.3 in the Tech Preview. In that case, we take a host and we reserve it. We do not run any VMs on it. And in the case of a host failure, we take all the VMs that were on that host and move it over to that new host. The downside of this is that you have a host doing nothing, waiting for an HA event. Another downside to it is that it works great for homogeneous clusters. However, if you have a cluster with different sized hosts, for example, one host might have twice the CPU, might have twice the memory, it doesn't handle that condition well because each host is treated equal. So in 4.5, we introduced segment-based reservations. In segment-based reservations, we take a look at the size of your VMs and reserve segments based on that. This allows us to run VMs on every single host in the cluster while still ensuring that HA will work if a host fails. Let's go take a look at the different configuration options in Prism. So the first thing you want to do when checking out HA or making changes is to log into Prism. So you can see down here in the bottom left, there's this VM summary box, which gives you the number of VMs, their power state, and the current availability mode. By default, we're set to best effort, where no resources are reserved. To change that, you can click on the gear up here, hit Manage VM High Availability, and click on Enable HA. The system will then choose the best reservation mode for your cluster, be it host-based for homogeneous clusters or segment-based for mixed clusters. And that's all there is to it. We now see that HA state is OK. We're protected against one node failure. And that's HA from Prism. As you can see, Prism gives you a great view into what VMs are currently HA, what issues there are with HA, and what's currently going on with the system. In one of our future videos, we'll tell you how to access ACLI so you can tune the advanced parameters for HA to get the system working exactly the way you want to. Thanks for watching Tech Topics. I hope this Acropolis video series has been useful, and make sure to watch the other videos in the series.